Have you ever dreamed of dashing royals, small-town pianos, and more false identities than I have coffee mugs? Catch My Breath does not ask if you are in the mood for trope stew. It simply ladles it up, hot and plentiful. Minor spoiler alert! This is a brief book summary light on heartbreak and heavy on speculation, stopping before anyone blows up their own life. These paragraphs are for the readers who skim Goodreads, buy 3 editions, and ask, wait, is this actually about lost princesses? Yes it is! I did not prepare by reading the epilogue or even the last quarter, so anything that sounds psychic is just optimism in disguise. Every story here screams classic Nora Roberts, which means we get passion, location details, and at least one love interest with an emotional range wider than a Vermont driveway. Double feature! First, we have Camilla, a legitimate crown jewel, who throws herself out of European royalty and straight into a Vermont mud puddle. She dreams of anonymity and maybe some plausible deniability. Her only real plan is to avoid tiaras, tabloid headlines, and anyone who demands to see a passport. For camouflage, Camilla slides into the world's only available job for royal runaways, assistant to Delaney, a grumpy contractor with more layers than a pharaoh's tomb. Their professional relationship involves Camilla fetching things, pretending she totally understands construction work, and discovering that Vermont weather is just posh winter with less glitz. Delaney comes equipped with a toolbox and the social skills of a sourdough starter. Yes, we are checking irritable genius off the bingo card. Camilla's disguise starts to unravel in the face of Vermont's combined attacks: maple syrup, suspiciously friendly locals, and the inconvenient chemistry that zaps everyone on one. The secret here is less about safety and more about not letting Delaney find out she once had her face on a commemorative plate. Rural romance hits its stride, complete with a ticking time bomb. She can hide her titles, but not her longing for decent coffee, and, apparently, Delaney. Meanwhile, in story number 2, because Nora Roberts invented the pre-multiverse bundle, we get Vanessa, a concert pianist whose entire personality is precision, control, and not thinking about high school. 4 rounds of applause, and a decade later, she drifts back to her Maryland hometown. Her relationship with the town? Lukewarm. Her relationship with her high school ex? Significantly hotter, mostly due to unresolved rage. Her ex, once the boy who skipped out at exactly the wrong time, yes, that prom, is now an expert in that special brand of male maturity, best measured by how much he can lift and how many feelings he keeps bottled. Vanessa wants closure, a quiet life, and perhaps one melodramatic apology. Her ex wants, well, good luck prying that out of him before page 70. Of course, the reunion is textbook: accidental run-ins, old wounds itching harder than new ones, and a suspicious number of moments with electric tension. Vanessa's piano has 12 more emotional registers than this conversation, but this is a Nora Roberts world, and we love watching them try. No ghosts, just a parade of unresolved issues. Both plots operate in peak small-town healing and runaway royalty modes, where nobody ever checks LinkedIn and secrets are practically foreplay. We circle around big themes: identity, second chances, and whether brooding is a full-time job. Our bingo card glows: forced proximity, hidden identity, sharp banter, motorcycle-level bro vibes, and clean New England air that no one can afford in real life. Now, speculation hat on. Do I think a barn dance or parlor confrontation will nudge our heroines toward confessing their real histories? Absolutely. Petty rivalries will feel very organized, and at least one plan will overpromise on how much emotional baggage can fit into a Vermont afternoon. In these stories, the real stakes are not revolutions. It is whether telling the truth ruins the vibe. Camilla's royal training kicks in during the most Vermont moments, such as when someone asks if she wants extra syrup. Vanessa sits at her childhood piano, fingers finding melodies that sound suspiciously like apologies. Tropes weave together like Camilla's unlocked hair at sunset, lost royalty, homecoming, grumpy sunshine, and the I only need you for 2 weeks delusion. If you have ever wanted to play Guess the Royal with a fake name while ignoring your ex's Facebook updates, this is your jam. For people who want their romances high stakes but not high trauma, the pacing delivers. Big emotions, low violence, and personal secrets instead of murder mysteries. There is nothing so dark you will need a palate cleanser unless you consider Vermont rural life a traumatic setting. I say that as someone who cannot survive without food delivery, Before I spill any actual tea or trip over plot tripwires, I am stopping before big choices and secret handshakes get the party started. If you came for an early taste with a side of trope roast and no core secrets revealed, breathe easy. The real fireworks happen after this preview line. If you crave the glitter of lost titles, grumpy men in puffy vests, or the grand tradition of exes failing at closure, Catch My Breath is pure comfort, snark. If you want magic, mayhem, and emotional alchemy, catch my previous brief summary for Alchemized by Senlin Yu. It is like someone spilled a potion merger all over the plot. Hit subscribe to get the next drop, and comment if you would ever take royalty or revenge as your ultimate second chance. Be serious, someone has to. See you on the next page.